Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are just audio. Make sure you have water. Make sure you are in a comfortable space where you're not going to be disturbed for about the next 45 minutes. Hi, I'm excited too. Thanks for being here. I want to make sure that, okay, here I am. Facebook Live. Okay, great. Excellent. So welcome, welcome to Resurrecting Soul Fragments. Very, very excited to share this with you here today. So a couple things before we begin. Some housekeeping. You're going to want to have water present. Nice, clean, pure water. And because we are going to be using sound healing frequencies and toning with tuning forks, you will receive a water blessing and activation of your water. And since we are about 70% water, not only does your body receive this blessing because sound waves travel faster through water than more dense materials, you're going to feel clean and pure, and the sound vibrations are absolutely part of the delivery vessel of the energies here today. By you attending here today, you are agreeing to give me permission to access your field of energy. If that is not pleasing or desirable to you, you are welcome to leave this call, and with all blessings. But by being here, you are giving us permission, access to your field, to your energy. And I want to assure you that being a spiritual initiate of higher mysteries for, well, many lifetimes if we're going to be multidimensional about it, but in this lifetime, 20 years and counting, you're in good hands. And I always practice with the highest level of integrity, virtue, altruism when I do energy healings. So with that, I ask that you find a place where you're comfortable. You can be seated or laying down. It really doesn't matter. You can get up and move around while you're doing this. You don't have to remain in one spot. I will be guiding you through just a very simple way to move us into the energy of the breath and the presence, the eternal now moment where all action takes place. Everything else is an illusion. Where all timelines collapse into the one eternal now, spiritual zero time. And we access that through the breath. It's really the best way, the only way, really. And we'll be doing an activation of your personal Merkaba. In Resurrecting Soul Fragments, what I'm going to do just as briefly an introduction. This is a very, very shortened, but no less potent and powerful version of what I'm sharing in Women Walking the Phoenix Path when we start with our 3-day multidimensional immersion into aligning with our soul's vibration. This allows us to rise to our greater soul destiny. And this is an experience of traveling the inner planes, the emotional landscapes, to resurrect dormant tethers of your power. This will make more sense to you as we go through the activation. I'm not going to explain it here because this really isn't a logical or intellectual exercise. It's an energetic one. and one which I cannot underscore the importance of this. Permission must be granted. So if I have your permission to access your field, welcome. You are in a wonderful space for transformation today, and I know that you will love this energy. I have a few crystals, so if you would like to also activate a few crystals, you might want to grab them now. I have my gold stone, which I always use as a representation of Isis herself. We are working with Star Priestess Isis. We are working with the Sephiroth. We are working with the Shekinah. We are working with the Sekhem energy. I'm an initiate into those spiritual mysteries, and so I am like an emissary of that energy here today, an ambassador to Isis, if you'd like to discuss that in lay terms. I work with a blue tiger's eye, which is a beautiful, beautiful stone. If you don't have a blue tiger's eye and you love working with ancient mysteries of Egypt, there is a temple that I like to visit that is constructed of blue tiger's eye. And when I was gifted this blue tiger's eye stone from my friend Sarah, this just brought all of that back into my energy. So blue tiger's eye, it's very feminine, very divine feminine, strong, resilient, divine feminine energy. Think of the power of the womb, the power to create life, the power to understand that there really is no death or birth, that it is all one ongoing cycle and process. So I have my blue tiger's eye here, and I have my gold stone. And whatever you would like to either hold in your hand to activate, or just have near your phone or computer, whatever, however you're listening to this, you can do that now. And the water is crucial. Please have water. And you might want to take a sip of that right now before we begin. All right. So we're going to begin by taking a few deep breaths in, and I'm going to guide you into that process. I love blue tiger's eye too. It's wonderful. So settle into your space. Again, doesn't matter, seated, laying down. And as I sound my bowl with the first strike, I want you to take an inhale very deeply in through the nose. And I want you to expand the walls of your belly as you inhale. So taking a breath in from deep, deep down in the belly as you inhale. Imagine it coming up in a wave-like energetic movement to the top of the head as you inhale, and then exhaling twice as long on the exhale as the inhale. So ready? We're going to do this 3 times. Softening all the muscles of the scalp and the brow, relaxing all the muscles of the face, letting energy open between the brows, softening between the brows, softening the temples, the cheeks, and the jaw, all the muscles of the neck, the back of the head, all softening and relaxing. And breathing in and out again with the sounding of the bowl, exhaling twice as long as the inhale. Softening the muscles of the chest, the scapula, the shoulders, down through the arms, all the way to the fingertips, softening, easing the energy or any tightness or tension throughout. The upper back, mid-back, lower back, easing the tension along the spine, vertebra by vertebra, letting the energy soften deeply into a kind of heaviness in the belly, soothing and cocooning energy. All the dormant creativity ready to activate, enliven, and soothe you. And third and final sounding of the bowl, inhaling deeply, exhaling twice as long on the exhale. Feeling that quiet but powerful movement, softening down through the hips, front of legs, back of legs, front of the knees and the back of the knees, calves and shins, ankles and feet, and letting the energy gently cascade down into the core of the earth. Feeling a heavy, weighted, protected energy as you simply allow your energy to move down and through all the layers of the earth and connect with the sacred core, the heart of Mother Earth. Feel the energy rising up to meet your focus, your attention, your energy, rising up to cocoon and protect you, to deeply ground you into this space, creating the intention to receive this healing in the highest and purest integrity of self, to be greatly supported in this light, to fully access this soul vehicle of your personal Merkaba. You mustn't be disconnected to yourself in any way. If you are feeling angry, if you are feeling resentful, if you're feeling blame, hatred, this simply will not take the same energy and have the same energetic capacity to heal, release, and activate if you are burdened by these lower vibration energies. Please do not be driving. At this point, if you are driving, pause this activation, back out of the live, and you will have the replay later to listen to. Please do not be doing anything physically taxing. Focusing on the heart, focusing on slow, deepened breaths. Open the heart. Imagine the heart as a valve you see open and closing, opening and closing. And you simply allow that valve, the lid of the heart, the door of the heart, to remain open throughout this exercise. Take your time to focus on this vision. Take a moment to create the intention to open the heart. Feel the quiet energy of the command center of your consciousness there. You can be sitting on the floor in a meditation posture. You can be laying down, as long as you're comfortable. You can have your arms resting on your legs with your palms facing upwards. This is creating a gesture of receiving that signals to the whole body, I allow. Slowly deepen your breath, expanding in the belly on the inhale. Exhaling and allowing the belly to collapse and deflate on the out-breath. And we call forth this protection, this invocation. Goddess Isis, Star Priestess Isis, who loves me unconditionally, protect, and support and activate my energy now. I rest in your heart, and you rest in mine. All the love and peace present, I accept it. I know it. I be it. We call forth all the activated mysteries and invocations of the Sephiroth, the Shekinah, and the Sekhem. In this holy trinity of divine feminine light, we activate all spiritual support, guidance, and pull forth all of the tethers of spiritual mysteries throughout time, dimension, space, and realities, activating this now moment in the highest, purest, shining light of the divine feminine, of the Mother Goddess, she of 10,000 names. Now that your breathing is restful and deep, become aware of a triangular prism, a 3D representation of it, as you can see all sides and points in the base of this triangular prism, 3 points of the base forming a triangle and reaching up to a 4th point above. The base of this prism sits beneath your feet, about a foot beneath your feet, and the highest point is high above the head, about a foot or a foot and a half, 18 inches above the head. Simply visualize or intend that the prism be formed of electric violet light, pure white light with flecks of neon violet in it and around it. You may hear or connect with a sparkly energy or a buzzing energy as you intend or visualize this energy to take hold now. And once you sense this is firm and stable, hovering around you comfortably, and this first prism is clear in your mind, a second triangular based prism forms. This time the base starting above your head, 3 points forming the triangular shape, and then the 4th point of light deep beneath you forms the apex of the second prism, all 3 sides reaching down and converging to that point. And the points of this second triangle are formed with electric violet light, white light with specks of neon violet in it around the edges. Seeing this, joining with all the other electric violet light of the other prism. Now see the 2 prisms intersect, forming a star prism all around you. The base of the first prism under your feet in its apex point, high in the heavens above your head now. Let it expand out. And the lower point of the prism expanding all the way down now, deep into the center of the earth. Expanding this outward as far as you can imagine, even if you can expand further than that with your intention or vision. Take your time to build this. See yourself within it. Sense these prisms of light around you, cocooning you, enfolding you, feeling the beauty of the vibrant electric violet light, its protective nature, flooding all of the points, sides, and base of the prisms. Stay with your breathing and allow this first prism, the one with the base beneath you and the point above, to begin rotating and simply noticing whether it is going clockwise or counterclockwise. either moving from left to right or right to left. Simply have faith and surrender to its own innate intelligence. You don't have to force it. The direction of the spin will happen naturally. And after this direction is established, and you are noticing this energy, allow the second prism, the one with the base above you and the point below you, to begin rotating naturally in the opposite direction. So if the bottom prism is rotating right to left, the top rotates left to right. Allow this to happen naturally. There is no forcing, there is no efforting here. And as you sit with this energy and allow the breath to continue deep on the inhale in the belly, exhaling out, allowing the belly to deflate, you're simply being with the energy of this Merkaba. You feel the two prisms rotate. You'll feel the energy growing stronger and moving your soul body, your physical body, into greater connection with it. You might feel as if you're being lifted up, as if you are being held and supported, flying through the air, the dimensions of time-space. Stay calm. Whatever you feel, stay calm and keep your breathing going. Know that you are grounded deeply, where we began, feeling rooted and protected and enmeshed with the core of the earth herself. You are safe. You are protected. If you feel anytime yourself lifting away from this reality and into one that you don't wish to visit, simply come back to the breath. Ask Isis for protection and grounding, and you will receive it. Stay connected to your breath throughout this activation. As I begin to speak, allow yourself to experience this vehicle of ascension through the breath, staying present with it through the breath. We begin now traveling the inner planes and emotional landscapes to resurrect dormant tethers of your power. Keep breathing. When you notice your reality floating away, if it feels pleasant, allow yourself to simply go on that ride. If it feels unpleasant, bring yourself back deeply into the breath, inhaling deeply into the belly, and ask for grounding and protection from Star Priestess Isis. I now bless, release, forgive, and resurrect myself from the following, where the inner planes of the multiverse created an emotional landscape of lower vibrations, beliefs, or thought forms. For naming myself, labeling my experience with meanings that created degrees of separation from my soul's essence and vibration, and playing in the small spaces of anything less than my wholeness. Anywhere I've entertained the despair of being less than my own divine, sovereign God self. Where I descended into chaos of internal stories of my own design, creation, and perpetuation. Where I suffered and struggled against the beliefs of my own design and energetic agreement with my soul. I bless, release, forgive, and resurrect myself from where I called the weariness of my human, the weariness, the ripping, the shredding, or tearing of my soul, confusing my temporal, linear nature with my infinite and unbreakable one. Where I have not accepted the sovereign power of my one light, one love, one expression of all, and truest soul's vibration up until now. Where I have hurt myself and others as a way of controlling my own light and power. I bless, release, forgive, and resurrect myself from where I sought out my own sacred magic and power anywhere outside of myself. I bless, release, forgive, and resurrect myself from all places, things, situations, events, and experiences where I sought salvation, acceptance, validation, love, confirmation of my oneness, my wholeness, anywhere outside of myself. Through the sacred star priestess energy of Isis and representatives and emissaries of the Sephirah, the Shekinah, and the Sekhem, Power of all this, the power of my word restores all lost, stolen, fractured soul fragments as I invoke my evolved, risen, infinite nature to envelop in light my fallen one. I wholly forgive, accept, and allow my heaven on earth now. It is safe, perfect, and right to accept my sovereign divinity now. Breathe deeply and exhale deeply. In the name of Isis, in the Mother, Star Priestess, Goddess, she of 10,000 names, and in my own power of my own word, I accept the shining reflection of my soul's light codes, designing the vessel that radiates and moves its power through and out of me, out and up and beyond the multiverse. My body is the chalice, my body is the chrysalis, is a perfect reflection of my soul's light, an organization of light in this reality realm. I now dissolve this body back into the baptism of my true light and resurrect my truest self and nature of wholeness now through the power of my word. Breathe. You may notice your Merkaba spinning faster or slower, maybe one direction spinning faster than the other. Whatever you notice is perfect and safe and right for you. Remember, there is no efforting here. There is no forcing. You are simply witnessing, allowing. And as you breathe in, repeat after me. I am reborn anew. I know nothing. I know everything. Such is my reunion into wholeness. I have received all of myself today. And so it is done. It is done. So shall it be. Allowing all divine coding and programming to return to your ascension vehicle, your personal Merkaba now. Simply allowing this to take hold, this movement of energy. You're simply witnessing and allowing. There is no efforting, there is no forcing, there is no doing. Simply accepting. Remember that the heart is the command center of your consciousness, like a valve that can open or close, a door that can be shut or open. Allow the heart to be fully open now. allowing all codes to return, dormant light keys to be reactivated, re-energized. You may notice the atmosphere around you, touching the borders of your physical body and your skin. Feel tingly, light, sparkly, bubbly. In this reunion into wholeness, parts of self resurrected, pulling back from old emotional themes, beliefs, and thought forms, residing in energetic frequencies less than your soul's vibration, all now retrieved and returned to you. You have received all of yourself today. As you breathe in, collapse the energy of your personal Merkaba into the center of the heart. Let this tone ring pure and clear and true, creating an energetic border of the highest, purest white light around the heart, protecting and cocooning all of the retrieved energy there. The resurrected parts of self, existing in caves of shadow within your inner planes and emotional landscapes, now restored and enmeshed and enrobed in light. And focusing on this energy in the heart, allow it to ripple out 360 degrees around the heart, filling the inner cavity of your physical vessel, the chrysalis of your being, that is the organized particles as dictated by your soul's vibration, that you experience as a vessel, your chariot of your soul, even though in truth, your soul is much greater than anything can be contained by a body. But let this energy fill up the entirety of your physical being, reaching and stretching to all corners, parts, and pieces of the body, filling you up with this great white light. You may see yourself as a shining orb beyond the borders or confines of what you call your physical body, as an oval or egg-shaped sphere of light. And as you breathe in, allow this energy to now move through you and come down through the body, throughout all the layers of the earth, through dirt and rock and crystal, and extend down into the core of the body of earth, reflecting and projecting this light as a blessing, as a thank you, as a show of gratitude for being supported by this body, being supported by this earth, this reality realm, where nothing is off limits to you. Nothing is listed as beyond your resources here. All is available. All is now. All is already within you. As this grounds into the core of the earth, this truth grounds into your root chakra and all lower chakras that at this moment may feel unsupported, insecure, unsafe. All energies restored. And as you bring that up through the lower chakras, let it pass through the heart again, up through a column of light going through the upper chakras, the heart, the throat, the brow, and the crown, and up and out, and blasting out in a million different directions into starlight, galaxies, nebula. You are that. And thanking Star Priestess Isis, all guides and emissaries of the Sephiroth, the Sekhem, and the Shekinah. It is done, it is done, it is done. You may want to give yourself a slight stretch, stretching the neck, opening the energy of the jaw, allowing yourself to gently come back into your now dominant timeline. You may want to move your body, get up and stretch, walk around. Notice that you might feel lightheaded, so take it easy as you get up. If you're laying down, you might feel especially heady when you sit upright or attempt to stand, so take your time. There is no rush. And just noticing what you feel, any restoration that feels like new life, new energy, fresh, ecstatic energy coming into a part of the body that might have felt numb or heavy or in pain. Noticing anywhere where you might have felt a release, an exploration of energy that maybe opened up within you, that made you pause out of curiosity. Just noticing. There's no need to place value or judgment on anything that you're experiencing at this moment. You're simply observing and taking it in. If you want to take this energy further, you can certainly journal about your experience in an exercise called automatic writing, where you allow the energy that you felt when you're in this space to just take over, let go of the logical, rational mind, and write from the higher vibration of you, the oversoul, the higher self, the spirit of you. And it may be garbled, not make much sense when you first start to write it. And that's okay. That's the purpose of automatic writing, to not think about it, to not self-edit. And you just keep writing and writing and writing. And you'll notice that a narrative starts to form as things get out on paper that were once in your head. They will make a little more sense to you. Sometimes they don't, these words and paragraphs and sentences. But sometimes they're the very answer that you're looking for. Sometimes it poses an interesting and curious solution that even the most logical and rationally highly tuned mind could not come up with. And so simply allow that process to take hold for you now, and whatever it is that is maybe vexing you at this moment, something that's challenging you, is causing an issue in your life. Simply be open to answers, interesting insights, ahas coming to you. It is my great pleasure and privilege to share this with you. I hope that it has sincerely brought some peace, a greater feeling of wholeness. Remember, you're never not whole, but we can go through feelings and the illusion of not feeling whole. And it's always through our own doing of deciding at some point in our lives that we were lesser than what we could be, lesser than what we could ever be, which is whole. And when those meanings become our truths and we energetically agree with that, we feel less than whole. But you took a great deal of that back today. So this was a smaller version of what I share in the first 3 days of Women Walking the Phoenix Path. But it is not just an energetic alignment in this program that is 9 weeks in total, starting on the 21st of February. This is a way to fully come back into your multidimensional self. with empowered creation. And empowered creation is not just tweaking your mindset, and it's not just energetic alignments either. It's all that and so much more, and many, many things beyond that. And creating beyond the negative vision of how most of humanity is creating their reality, which is looking at what's not working, what isn't right, what doesn't show up for you, and creating your life around that. That's a negative vision, and that's not empowered creation. So we learn to be empowered creators, creating from a level of self that doesn't look through a lens of lack in order to create something, but only looks through a lens of abundance and wholeness to create what's aligned with the soul's vibration. This is an amazing program, and we start next week, Wednesday. If you're ready to join us, the early investment price ends on Sunday. It goes up to $12.97. It's $9.97 now, and there are payment plans. So if this has been on your radar, and maybe this energy today helped bring you into a landslide of yes energy for this program, I invite you to come and join us. Your life will not be the same afterward. So blessings and love to you all. Thank you for being here. Many blessings, and bye-bye.